Again, thank you all so much for waiting around for just me. There's not much I can say other than it was very productive. As I said, I'm committed to telling the truth, and I will be back on March 6th to finish up. There's more to discuss. So thank you guys so much. Sorry, I'm sorry you guys had to stick around all day long.
Read my comment.
But he's supposed to, with like 99%.
Things we need to chat about, so even if there's only a few of us, it's good.
Yeah, like I said, we don't have to have a minion.
No.
You can,
We just need to hash some ideas out. All right, see you later.
yeah, we can just get the ball rolling. And there's two other things, you know, when talking about parking and get past these distractions and get on to dancing. Picking up with Mr. Blunt. Yep. Standing next to the lady in red.
Good afternoon. Just want to make a couple brief comments and then happy to answer a question or two. We had a long day, but it wasn't a long enough day. And we very much appreciate Mr. Cohen's cooperation. He has obviously had 3 very long days. He'll be returning on March 6th for additional testimony. And I think we all feel it was a very productive interview today, where he was able to shed light on a lot of issues that are very core to our investigation, and we were able to drill down in great detail. So March 6th will be the next part of his testimony. The following week, on March 14th, we'll have an open interview with Felix Sater on Moscow Trump Tower. I should tell you, just to set your expectations, not every hearing is going to be like the open hearing with Michael Cohen. We're going to try to do as much as we can in open session. Some we can and some we can't. Next week with Michael Cohen, we'll continue to be in closed session. We have to look at these on a case-by-case basis in terms of the investigative needs as well as equities of the Department of Justice. But we are going to try to do as much as we can in the open. So those are the next 2 scheduled interviews of the committee. And with that, I'm happy to respond to a couple of questions.
You wanted to learn about the White House's role in editing, potentially editing some of the statements that were made by Michael Cohen ahead of his 2017 testimony. What did you learn about that, and as well as the pursuit of the Trump Tower project, Moscow project?
I'm not going to comment on any of the substance of our testimony today. We will be, at the appropriate point, releasing his testimony publicly. We're not going to do that before his testimony is complete, and we're going to have to determine whether there are any investigative equities in terms of the timing after his second session with us. I can say that on a number of the topics that he testified about yesterday, we were able to go into great detail. But we also covered a number of items and issues important to us that were not the subject of the hearing yesterday.
Mr. Cohen brought documentation to back up his claims yesterday for the oversight. Did he bring any specific documents that he could back up claims as regards to Russia and the president?
We are in communication with obviously Mr. Cohen and his counsel about further document requests following our interview today that we'll be able to discuss at our next session. We also went through documents in our possession, dozens of documents in our possession with Mr. Cohen, but we have additional document requests that we will be in discussion with him about. You have to make this the last question.
Do you think he didn't answer any questions he refused to answer or did not help the committee with in terms of
He was fully cooperative and answered all of our questions, and this has obviously been an excruciating time for him, and we're very grateful that he was as forthcoming as he was. We made the same admonishment that my colleague Chairman Cummings made so eloquently, much more eloquently than I, that he needed to tell us the full truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. None of the questions we had for him went unanswered.
Are you going to bring
Thank you.
Alan Weisselberg